So let me ask you that a little bit. How did you get that forget it mentality? I mean, what brought up that mentality that you end up having that, first of all, you're playing with guys 3 years older than you for the longest part of your time. You said that you were, always playing with guys older than you. Up here is where a goalie's skill is, not here. But how do you keep that thought process of, got to stop the next one?
Well, it's funny you should say that, or to ask that question, Kieu, and that's a great question. There's a skill that I think most successful goaltenders learn, and I know you said you've interviewed some great ones here on the show, I think they'd all say the one thing in common is it's a skill that you have to focus on what you have control over. You can't focus on the things you don't have control over. And I would offer that that's a life skill too. We can all take something away from that. In life, there's just too many things we don't have control over. But if you find out the things that you do and you focus on that, you're going to be more successful than not. And for a goaltender, it's number one, preparation. What you do to prepare for a game, the training that you do, the visualization, the diet, the exercise, the study of the players that are on the other team. All of that's done before the game, obviously. And then when the game starts, training kicks in, for lack of a better term. And as a former service member yourself, and having served in the Navy and been at sea and been on operations, you can identify that that's something that resonates with every soldier, sailor, airman, and woman, Coast Guardman and woman out there. You focus on what you have control over. You're part of a bigger team. More times than not, you're part of events that are much, much bigger than yourself. And the game, and that's how I felt in Toronto in that game, in that first game for me in Maple Leaf Gardens. I sat there realizing, Ed, you're part of something that's much, much bigger than yourself. Instead of focusing on what you have control over. And when you
HawaiiBluesfan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
And aloha! Welcome to the BlueNote Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and I'm your host on the show that's by a fan, for the fan, and you got to know all about you, the fan. Yes, welcome to the Pregame show, brought to you by Forrest, Crump Enterprises, Mike Zook Enterprises, and War Stories Coffee. Check out all of these great advertisers and companies on stlfanreport.com. I'm excited about today, and I'm going to mention this once, and I'm going to let somebody else mention it, and then I'm going to end it today, because this is a polarizing topic, and I don't want to, upset people or whatever, but tonight's Pride Night. And I have to admit, I like nights like this. It's enjoyable, it's fun, and it shows that hockey's for everyone. When I first brought this up, one of my guests, Anna, the Kieu, said that she'd like to say a few words, and I'm going to bring Anna in to say a few words about it being Pride Night. Hello, Anna.
Hello, Guy. How are you doing?
I am doing great, and how are you?
That's good. I'm doing good. I'm just a little tired. I've been working all day.
Yeah, actually, I'm like having a rough mental health day. The guy below me was banging on stuff from midnight to 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So my
really?
PTSD is going nuts. Say again?
Why was he banging stuff?
I have no clue. I called security twice. It's one of them. It's so we'll talk. It's no. So it's Pride Night, and I know you said you wanted to say a few words. So go ahead before we get into all the fun game stuff.
Yeah, I did. I agree with you that hockey is for everyone, and I can relate to that myself.
Yeah, that's I think it's good that they do this. Lance should be with us soon. I'm hoping. I sent him the link. Can't wait till he gets there. Jordan says he's getting rid of the evidence. I love it.
Hello, Tanner.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get caught up with everybody. Oh, see, I love this. The last time we did a show, we had over 150 comments.
Yeah, I
right?
remember.
The ladies' night show, 150 comments. So Jordan's
Yeah, there's
saying
a lot
hi.
of comments, for a fan report.
Yeah, I think it's great that you get that, Words of
Yeah,
wisdom
for sure.
right there. Chris Shockley's in Memphis. Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy?
How's
Kane, will the
Memphis?
Blues? Well, what Blues team will we get tonight? That is a great question, Dan. And we'll talk about that here very shortly. That's one of the things that we'll talk about here really shortly. Danny says he loves my jersey, my gray Tarasenko jersey. It's one of my favorite ones. It's a limited edition that I got for a Christmas present or a birthday present. Can't remember because they're so close
I see
together.
a comment from G. Kane, 20 Chid. I think that we'll get the winning Blues team tonight because they have lost 2 in a row. And it's a home game.
Yep, this is the big one. This is a really big one. Make sure you take some time for yourself, guy. Mental health is super important. Yeah, I appreciate that. And you know what? That's what this show is. This is my mental health. This is the thing that helps me out and really gets me going. So I got to ask, how do I sound? Do I sound much better than I have in the last couple of shows?
Yes, you sound way better.
Yeah. Well, I got me a new little gift. I got me a Rode mic.
Yeah, that's
NT1.
awesome. I think that was the one you used last night when you were doing the short live stream, right?
Yep, and I did a short little live scene just to test it out. I wanted to see how it sounded, get it tuned in and get it to my voice. Here we go. I got to bring him in. He is the man. He's the myth. He's the legend. It is Lance, the Scott from the Drop. Hey, Lance, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how are you? How are you, Anna?
Hey, Lance, I'm doing good. And yourself?
Good, not too bad.
So how am I sounding, Lance?
You sound really good with that NT1A there.
Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah, I've got it. I'm working on the tone a little bit. It's probably a little high, but the reason it's high is because I'm deaf partially. So I can't hear myself unless I tune it up enough to where I can hear myself. So
yeah.
Otherwise, when you're doing this, if you don't hear yourself, it's really hard to talk, right? So we were talking before you came on, Lance. What Blues team do you think we're going to see tonight?
Well, I hope we see the Blues team that actually plays more than just a period or a period and a half. I know the Avalanche have a couple guys that are missing, but still most of their main guys are there. They're going to have to play a good game. I know a lot of Blues fans would like to believe that we're as talented as the Golden Knights and the Avs, but we're just not at this point. Maybe we'll hit a hot streak and we'll get really hot and go into the playoffs as a hot team, as opposed to just coasting in because the Coyotes, allow us to just coast in. But I hope we see a team that comes out with some fire. And if not, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Yeah. You know what?
I want to add something to what Lance said.
Go ahead.
Okay. Coach Berube, he made some changes to the lineup today. He reunited Colton Parayko with Marco Scandella for the defensive pairing, the first one. And I think that might be able to improve their defense and get the job done, because Berube did mention that they got to do their job against Nathan McKinnon's line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with that. I like that matchup. Scandella's better than he gets credit for. He's like one of them guys that doesn't show up on the score sheet, but everybody in the locker room knows what he did the whole game. I've talked about it before. I like listening to the game more than I do watching the game because you hear what. Actually, yeah. Well, I watch and listen at the same time.
I'm that way, but towards baseball, because I'm still learning the Cardinals.
Yeah, well, baseball, I get that. Well, see, with hockey, the thing with hockey is there's so much going on. I have a hard time remembering all the numbers in that, and the stuff that's away from the play. The announcers catch that stuff, and it is absolutely just. Oh, I don't even know what the right word to say. When they catch that stuff, it makes me know that what's happening, and I can hear which players are in. So here's the lineups. It's O'Reilly with Blaze and Perron, Bozak with Tarasenko and Schwartz, so they moved him back up. Shen with Hoffman and Kieu. I would like to see Hoffman I'd like to see Hoffman and Tarasenko switch, because you could put Schwartz over on the right and move Kyrou to the left. I think that would be a better
you know what
time.
I'd like to see?
Yeah,
I
go
would
ahead,
like
bud.
to see. I would like to see Bozak not on the second line. He's got 6 assists, or I think he's got 6 assists or 7 assists. He's not a great playmaker. He is a face-off genius, a face-off guru, a guy that can play a two-way game. But you put Hoffman again on a third line with a center that doesn't create. I don't understand it. Or on this, I just don't get it at all.
I think the second line with Tyler Bozak, Jaden Schwartz, and Vladimir Tarasenko is going to turn out to be a good idea on Berube's part, because we haven't seen that line so far this season, and I'm kind of curious now what they can do.
Oh, I do like Bozak there, and like you said, Bozak creates, and he doesn't get the credit for it, but he's a very, very good passer, right? I've noticed that. I think
interested in returning next season, which I think would be a good idea because he's a veteran. He can also provide leadership to this team because it's a good mix of young and veteran players.
Yeah. Also, Thomas should be back on Saturday. That's huge. That's huge for the penalty kill, and that's also huge for the energy that he brings when he's on the ice. I'm really looking out to that. A shout out to Brandon White, who had surgery today. Huge hockey fan and sportsman in general. Well, hey, Brandon, we're thinking about you. I don't know if you can be on the show, but we're thinking about you, Brandon.
Yep, and I'm praying for you.
Right, Roland's asking people to share the show. Roland says, I like Bozak on 2 online. It gives us 3 lines that can score. Yeah, the only problem with that third line, and like Lance mentioned, it comes down to it comes down to Schenn not being a creator. He's a scorer. He gets in, he's a dirty area guy. He's not a creator. I would rather see drop, and I know he would hate this, but drop Schenn down to that 4th line and bring up the 4th line center to maybe help bring some energy to that line, because Hoffman needs to be able to skate that circle. And when he can skate that circle, he's dangerous. Right? I see Lance shaking his head. Do you agree with me on that one, Lance?
Yeah, I agree with you. Schenn he's a good guy when it comes to his hands. He's got great hands. He's a good passer, but he has his spots where he plays really, really well, and he looks like nobody can stop him, and he's passing the puck here and there. And then other games, it's like he takes more of a physical role. And I know that's going to change per each game, but talking about Thomas coming back, I don't know who they're going to set. They're going to have to set somebody. I don't think it's going to be Bozak. I don't think it's going to be Schenn, and I don't think it's going to be O'Reilly. So they're going to have to move some pieces around or something and give him some ice time. And I know a lot of people are down on him, but come on, guys, he's still a young guy. If he was doing what he's doing at the age of 27, I would say give up on him. 26, but what is he, 24 now, 23?
Yeah, he's still young.
Yeah. It's like people want to trade Dunn. I understand why they were wanting to trade him, and they did have offers for him, but a young guy like that, you can't give up on so quickly. You got to give him every opportunity to succeed. And then if he doesn't, when he's 24, 25 years old, then you can possibly move on from him. But Dunn's still a young guy.
Yeah, I'm thinking at least 25. Like if anything, he can go back and forth between the minor leagues and the professional leagues, but he definitely needs more ice time. We got to see what he can do.
Yeah, Ashley says she thinks Thomas is 20, and that might be right. He might be 20 or 21. Roland says here, I think Hoffman needs to be on the first line and let Blaze be the new Maroon. Blaze has got too much speed for that.
Thomas
go ahead.
is 21.
21? I knew he was somewhere right in that general area.
He's 21.
Yeah. Oh, he's drinkable age now.
He
can win.
He'll be 22 in a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, his birthday is on July 2nd.
Yeah, thought it was in July.
Yeah. So no,
My
this
birthday's
is
also in July 22nd. I'll be turning 28.
You're getting old there, Anna.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to get older.
The big 3-0 is coming. I'm going to tell you something right now. From my experience, enjoy it, because I felt my best between 27 and 31. I felt my best, health wise, mental wise. I hate to say it, but 30's good. 30's not a bad age. 35 is not bad, but don't look forward to 40. That's one thing I'll tell you.
Okay.
Well, I gotta disagree. First, I gotta say aloha, Magongo, and Lance. I'm 52, and I'm in the best. I don't want to say the best shape, but I'm in good shape. I'm in decent spirits, and I can handle 90% of what'll come after me. So you know what? I love 52, and at 52, I get to be with you guys.
Yeah, I'll be 52 in August, so I'll be right there with you. But I can't say any of those words after what you just said. You felt your best that you can take on 90%. My stroke really hurt me big time when I had it at 42. So I'm sad to say I'm not a healthy 51, 52 years old. But hey, you've got the right attitude. At least you're not being negative about yourself. Because I always tell my mom and dad's 74 and 76. We're old. I said, you know what, Mom? I've never thought of somebody old to like in their late 80s. I don't think of my mom and dad as old, and maybe it's because I'm 52 or almost 52.
Yeah.
But I don't think of them as old people. I just look at them as my mom and dad. So
Chris Shockley says I was 50 when I turned 25.
I wish I could say that.
Oh man, when that
I just saw Tanner's question. I wanted to answer that.
Yeah.
There are no Pride jerseys.
But they've got
at least you're doing Pride series
sticks.
This year. I was about
they've
to
got
say
their
Pride
sticks
night.
taped with the thing. Yeah. No, Lance, I know you have. I know that's a polarizing subject. We're just gonna. I'm not going to talk politics.
No,
I
go ahead.
appreciate them doing it. That hockey's for everybody, and it just we'll leave it at that. And I appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate
for the
all
record,
of
Guy Benson, 17 years younger than you. Okay. So if you watch the ladies' night, I actually somehow in my head thought Ashley was close to my age, and she's not, and she's reminding me. Yeah.
Guy, haven't you learned yet after being married for all those years that a woman does not like to be told or thought that she's older? If she's 40, you don't tell her she's 40. You say, oh, by the way, didn't you just turn 30? You don't ever tell a woman you think that she's close to your age. Even if she is, you don't do that. Ain't that right?
I've learned that one. Jordan says I'm never going to live that down. Probably not. Hey, pick'em contest. You know what? Today's a special day. I'm giving away that championship Budweiser Bud Light thing to anybody that enters. You have a chance on the second intermission. I'm going to do a lucky number draw. Make sure you get your picks in. I think I got about 24, 25 in last time I looked. If you entered last game or this game, you've got a chance. It's jumped up. I'm up to 29. I still got to get mine in. I got a few new ones. I got a new one in there. Right? Greg Koblak. Thank you. Right? The contest is fun, man. Last game, one of the guys, he picks the opposite. He picks the team against the Blues just because if the Blues win, he's happy, and the other team wins, he gets points. So, but he got 5. He had the perfect game. He got 5 points. That was the max points available.
Great.
Tanner says her boy will be 8 on 7/17. That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Rooster says I got my pick in. It's a miracle. About time you get your pick in, Rooster.
Yeah, Rooster. Come on. What are you doing?
Actually, Rooster, I'm looking now. I don't see your pick. No, I see it. You're in. You're in. Got a lot of them in there. Tad Dieterman just jumped in. Jordan York's in. Sam Mazzella's in. Thomas Creasy's in. Jess York. Christy Synth. Robert Morton. Devin Dayton. And that's not everybody. That's just the ones that have entered here lately. Just double checking. The contest is fun. I'm giving away that. By the way, just so everyone knows, there's no beer in those cans, in those bottles. They're empty. Well, see, here's what I got called out on Twitter. I got called out on Twitter. I have a hater on Twitter. Guy doesn't even follow me. First of all, he called me out for my STL fan report with the Blue Note and the arch. He called me out for a copyright infringement. But I kind of looked it up. As long as I make enough of a change to it, and by putting the arch over it, that is a huge change, I should be out of copyright infringement.
Well, if you
Whose
notice,
phone is that? Or
it's
whatever
Guy's,
is
it's
in the
Guy's
background?
phone. It's Guy's
Okay.
phone.
That's my phone. I'm
If
getting
you
a call
notice,
from.
Guy-
Yeah, you're right, Guy. If you
Yeah.
make enough changes
Mm-hmm.
or cite the source,
Yep.
Yeah.
you cannot be sued.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
And then-
or if you use just a piece, like on my lineupmedia.fm logo in the box,
Yeah.
I have like 3/4 of the Blues logo behind it. And I've
Yeah.
never had any issue, never anything. I even emailed the Blues at one time and said, I know I probably don't have to do this, but is it okay if I do this? They never got back to me. So when you don't get back to me, I guess they're giving me permission. So I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, McGonagall
Yeah.
says Cairo scores first. Well, get in the contest, James.
Yep.
You know how important the contest is.
I just got in the contest.
Did you? I
Yeah.
picked the Blues 5-2, and
Oh, you're both
Blay
in,
is-
yep.
Sammy Blay is my
I
player.
picked the Blues 4-3. And
That's
I
it,
think
yeah.
Bozak.
Oh, I like your player pick. I like your player pick. Who'd you pick,
thank
Anna?
you. Bozak.
Bozak. That's
Good
a
pick.
good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm checking out the I still got to do my pick. I'm not sure. I got a little bit of time, not a lot. So I'll kind of think about it as we're going. I really am not. Now you're showing your age. Drink all the beer. No, so what this hater did, he called me out for giving away the beer and saying, "Oh, I hope you got all your permits and you can't ship across state lines and all this." I said, "By the way, first things first, they're empty. Second thing, they're in St. Louis. And third, thank you for pointing that out."
Yeah,
And he never
obviously,
responds.
if
So
you
he'll
mail
call me
things
out.
like that, you can't have beer or any liquid inside of them.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, first of all, I can't give it to anybody under the age of 21 because it's a beer product.
Yep.
And that, I've put that out there. I put out anybody over 21. And then I've also said, so Jordan, you can't win it, but your mom can. So, but I've also said that, I thought the beer was in it at first, and that's why I said you had to be in the St. Louis area. But now that it's not, we can ship that. So we'll figure it out. Got about 10 minutes to go. Thanks for rolling. I'm really excited about this game. Is that me?
It's not me. I don't think it's Anna.
Not sure where that came from. I heard it in my ears, though. I'm really excited about this game. One of the things that was mentioned earlier, and we didn't totally get to it. So due to COVID, they're missing 3 key pieces. And I mean real key pieces. They're missing Rantanen, their number 1 goal scorer. They're missing Darnskoy, who's been a pain in the Blues' ass. Pardon the language.
He has, yep.
Right? And then they're missing
Right.
Grubauer. Right? Grubauer's had our number here lately. So they've got Devin Dubrovnik in net. And, the last couple of games, the Blues have really come close to beating the Avalanche. I've only been within 1 goal. I mean, if they play a complete game, Lance, you said earlier that we're not as talented as them. I disagree with that. I think we're as talented. We're just not playing up to our talent level. There's a difference between
I
being
agree with
talented
that.
and playing to your level. I think talent-wise, I'd put us up against them any day of the week, but we're not playing
Yeah, I
at that
would
level.
definitely put the Blues before the Sharks.
Yeah, when I said that, I didn't mean any disrespect to the Blues. The talent's definitely there, and you've heard me say it throughout this whole year. When this team plays to their potential and the way that they can play, they can beat anybody. When they don't play that way, they're really, really bad. And talking about
Lance, they
goaltending,
have to be consistent as
yeah,
well.
that's right. You got to be consistent. You got to play. Now, listen, in a game, you're going to have lapses. Nobody's perfect. Nobody plays 100% for 60 minutes. You're going to have some lapses and make mistakes, but you try to minimize those and you try to play pretty damn hard for 60 minutes. It's not always possible because of injuries and guys in and out of the lineup and people come in and they don't know the system. But when this team is healthy and this team plays their game, they are just as good as the Avs and the Knights. I'm saying right now, with the way they've been playing in the last 22, 23 games, I think they've won 5 games. They are not as good as the Knights and Avs, but they could be. Like I said, if they go on a run, I think Anna and Guy, I think you'll agree with me. If they go into the playoffs and make the playoffs and they're hot, watch out, because I think every team in the NHL, not just teams in the West, are going to be afraid to meet them in the playoffs.
I agree with you, Lance. And with the 12 games remaining, the Blues, they have to win at least 8 of the games just to be safe.
Yep.
But I think for the greater good, they should win 10 games. Although that is a tall order for them.
Yeah. Yeah,
because the
nice.
only winnable teams, like for most of the games except for Anaheim and LA, they are going to give them a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one good thing is that we have 4 games in hand.
Yep.
Over Phoenix or Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
That really, so when it comes down to it, and there's still the night or the Sharks and the Kings in there a little bit, but when it straight comes down to it, you've got to win 1 game more, because you're only a point behind them, than Phoenix, than Arizona. I keep calling them Phoenix. I remember when they.
I do too.
Yeah.
Oh, and
say again.
And one thing, Guy, and one thing is, everybody's looking at those 2 games against Anaheim, that they're going to be easy games. I watch Anaheim play every night they play. They are playing hard. They've got some good young players, and they're going to be the type of team at the end of the season that's going to love to beat somebody like the Blues. So the Blues are going to have to be on their game. They're beatable, but the Blues will have to be on their game to beat the Anaheim Ducks. And with the Kings always give us problems. So I'm a little worried about that game. But like I said, when the Blues play their game like they should, and they follow the system, and they don't make mistakes, they don't get caught up in, at bad parts of the ice, they position themselves well, and they have good goaltending, this team can beat anybody. And I, Guy, me, last couple of weeks, I've been picking the other team over the Blues, and I've been getting heck over it. But I've been right a lot of times, but this time I'm just feeling something. I think this could be something good. Like I said, I picked 5-2, so I'm having a lot of faith in the Blues, and hopefully they don't lose. Guy's going to get ready to pick here.
I'm kind of with you. So I hope I don't know if that's my mic doing that, or if I'm picking something else up. I hope not.
Well,
I'm still kind of working with
I
this
don't
mic.
know why you were cutting out just now.
Yeah, but I didn't hear anything else besides that. I think it's internet issues, Guy. I don't think it's the mic.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think it's internet issues too.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Well, I hopefully you guys can see this. I've got up the Pick'em contest. Yep. And I'm going to make my pick. So you go to STL Fan Report right here, stlfanreport.com. Come over to contest, slip down here to the Blues Fan Contest. You can either click right there and enter, go jump down, or you can slide down and see what the prizes are. Don't forget Forrest Crump Enterprises. They were graciously sponsoring the contest. If you have never filled this out before, you have to enter a Google account. It's easy to make one. It doesn't have to be a Gmail or any of that. You can use any email, but this way we make sure only one person's entering. Enter your email address right there. First and last name. Please make it the same each time. That is how my system find you. Pick a group. If you're not in a group, pick other and put something down there. I'm going with the Blues. I like this. I do think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to go 4-3. I know that's probably one that everyone picks. And I'm going.
Picked.
Yeah, that's what Anna picked, and that's what I almost picked, and then I picked 5-2.
Yeah, there's probably 4-2 is the most popular pick. Yeah, I do know that. But I'm going to go with, first of all, I don't trust Bennington right now. He's got to show me something. We're this late in the season and we don't have a shutout. That says a lot to me about our goaltending and our defense. A lot.
Yes, Bennington hasn't played like he deserved the contract extension.
Yeah, that's why Anna and Guy, I told everybody, if I was the Blues, I would have waited more toward the end of the season to sign him. I think there may have been
Um,
other teams that could have offered him more, but
Yeah.
I think he wanted to stay in St. Louis, and I think that's why they got it done so early.
That
Yeah,
might
I
be.
heard he wanted to stay here.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking too. But so I picked Hoffman for my pick to click. Oh, Scott Anderson's in the group. Someone said hi, Scott Anderson. Everybody, oh, I don't see him now. Scott Anderson, you guys know who that is, right? That is Layla's dad.
Oh, cool.
That's
Oh,
Layla
cool.
Anderson's dad. So if he's
Cool.
here, thank you, Scott.
Yeah,
Thanks
Scott.
so much. I wish I could have seen your post earlier. Sorry, I missed it, Scott. We're glad to have you. I actually would love, and I know we're working on it. We're trying to get a good time when Layla can come on and do an interview with me. A lot of people don't know this, but when I first started, I was one of the first people to get the word out about Layla.
Yeah,
I
you
did
were.
my twerking challenge,
Yep.
right?
I remember
And
that.
that was before national media got a hold of her and all
Mhm.
that. But you know what? Neither here nor there. I'm glad I helped. I'm glad I got the word out. I'm glad she got a match. I think it's amazing. She's a great, great little lady. And it's also her birthday. It's her 13th birthday.
Yeah.
So you know what I got to do. Okay, here you go. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, 13, dear Layla. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Let's go Blues!
And real quick,
Woo!
speaking of young girls that love the blues, this is one that loved the blues. Ari, if we all remember Ari and what
Yes.
she meant to Tarasenko and everything.
Yep.
So I always think about her a lot and what she went through and what her family went through when she passed. So I always think about her. So everybody, I know all the Blues fans haven't forgot her, but just wanted to remind people about her. But like you said, Layla is she's a great inspiration to everybody and such a nice young girl from what everybody has said. And to see her cry with Parayko at the end of that cup when they were holding that cup together, I saved all kind of pictures from that and videos. That's one of my favorite things to watch when I'm feeling down, seeing that little girl who's gone through so much, being so happy. So
I've met Layla a couple of times. She is a wonderful young lady. We got one of my fans got her a Hawaiian bracelet and
cool.
she's had, but unfortunately it doesn't fit her because she's swelled up, but she's been going down. So once it gets down enough, she's going to try and wear it. It was really, it was a great gesture. And we also think of Haley. We also think of Haley, who passed a little over a year ago. Yep. Haley York is I put pictures up of her now and then. She's my co-host in the sky. And, I know that Haley, I'll tell you what, 3 weeks ago, Haley was standing at the gates when she knew Bobby was coming, and she got in front of everybody. And she was the first one to give Bobby a hug. She pushed Noel out of the way. She pushed Bark out of the way. She pushed Bill out of the way. She pushed Aditi out of the way. She pushed everybody out of the way, ran right up to him and gave him the biggest hug he ever had. I'm absolutely positively sure of that. Right? I'm absolutely positively sure of that. And I'm sorry about my internet going funky on you guys. I don't know what's happening.
It's all good.
That's all right.
All right. Well, we're getting pretty close to game time.
Comment is funny because
which one?
He said the mic makes you sound better.
Oh yeah, I seen that one. Right, Anna, you haven't heard my really really bad singing. Trust me, these guys have heard it. I guess on the way out we can do who's in goal. So this is Guy the Hawaii Blues fan saying aloha, mahalo. I'll see you guys all at the intermission. And check out who's in goal.
Today, after the pre-game meeting, Coach Craig Berube was asked who would start in goal. His answer was, it'll be a game time decision. That has everybody wondering who is going to start in goal. I wonder who. Who's gonna start in goal? Tell me. Oh, who's gonna start in goal? I've got to know the answer. Is it Bennington or who? So, oh, I wonder who. Who's gonna start in goal?